Does it ever feel like gardening takes forever? You plant something, you water, you wait, and weeks later you are still staring at dirt, wondering if anything is actually happening down there. I have been there, and after over 2 decades of growing my own food, I have figured out which vegetables skip the waiting game entirely. Today, I am giving you 20 fast-growing veggies you can harvest in under 30 days. Make sure you stick around for number 18. It is a wild edible most gardeners have never heard of, and the bonus tip at the end will help you harvest even faster. First up on our list is radishes, and if speed is what you are after, nothing beats this little root vegetable. Some radish varieties go from seed to harvest in as little as 20 to 25 days. That is less than a month from the moment you push the seed into the soil to the moment you are pulling a crisp, peppery radish out of the ground and biting into it. Sow seeds directly about ½ an inch deep, an inch apart, in any reasonably decent soil. Keep them moist and give them sun. That is literally all there is to it. Cherry Belle is the classic round red variety that matures in about 22 days. French breakfast is a beautiful elongated radish with a milder flavor that comes in around 25 days. Easter egg is a fun mix of purple, pink, red, and white that is ready in about 25 days as well. Radishes grow in USDA zones 2 through 10 and prefer cooler weather, making them perfect for early spring and fall. You can succession plant every 2 weeks for a continuous harvest that never stops. They work great in containers, raised beds, or directly in the ground. If you want instant gratification in the garden, start with radishes every single time. The second vegetable I want to tell you about is baby spinach, and when you harvest it young, this one is a speed demon, point intact, and the plant will keep producing new leaves for weeks. Number 3 is one that more people should be growing, and that is arugula. This peppery, slightly nutty green is one of the fastest salad crops you can plant. Direct sow seeds about 1/4 inch deep, and you will see them germinate in just 4 to 7 days. Baby arugula leaves are ready to harvest in about 20 to 25 days. The flavor is bold, distinctive, and adds a gourmet quality to salads, pizzas, sandwiches, and pasta. Arugula grows in USDA zones 3 through 11 and does best in cooler weather, though it handles mild heat better than spinach. Astro is one of the fastest maturing varieties. Rocket is the classic Italian variety with a more intense, peppery kick. Like spinach, arugula is a cut and come-again crop, so harvest the outer leaves and the plant keeps producing. It grows beautifully in containers, window boxes, and garden beds, and it needs very little space. Succession plant every 2 to 3 weeks, and you will have fresh arugula from early spring through late fall. If you have never grown arugula, you are in for a treat, because the store-bought stuff does not come close to the flavor of leaves picked minutes before eating. Now, if you are enjoying this so far, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow and means I can keep bringing you videos like this one. Plus, you will never miss out on new tips to level up your garden. All right, let us keep going. All right, the 4th fast vegetable we've got to talk about is green onions, and this one might be the fastest of all if you use the regrow method. Buy a bunch of scallions, use the green tops, and save the white root ends, about 1 to 2 inches. Drop them in a glass of water on a sunny windowsill and change the water every couple of days. New green growth appears within 2 to 3 days, and by day 7 to 10, you have scallions long enough to harvest. That is a turnaround that is hard to beat. For an even better harvest, transplant the rooted ends into a pot with well-draining soil. In soil, green onions grow thicker and more flavorful and keep producing for weeks on end. If you prefer starting from seed, varieties like Evergreen Hardy White mature in about 25 to 30 days for a baby harvest. Green onions thrive in USDA zones 3 through 9, tolerate partial shade, and grow in just about any soil. They take up almost no space, making them perfect for tucking into the corners of garden beds or growing on a windowsill year-round. The fifth veggie on our list is loose-leaf lettuce, and when you harvest it at the baby stage, this one flies. Direct sow seeds on the surface of moist soil. Press them down gently, but do not bury them because lettuce seeds need light to germinate and keep the surface damp. Seeds sprout in 4 to 8 days, and baby leaves are ready to cut in about 21 to 28 days. Loose leaf varieties are the fastest lettuces by far. Red Sales matures quickly with beautiful burgundy-tinged leaves. Black-seeded Simpson is a classic light green variety that is incredibly reliable. Salad Bowl gives you deeply lobed, tender leaves. Lettuce grows in USDA zones 2 through 10 and prefers cooler temperatures between 55 and 65 degrees Fahrenheit. It handles partial shade, which makes it ideal for spots that do not get full sun. Harvest by cutting leaves about an inch above the soil line, and the plant will push out a second and sometimes a third flush of growth. Grow lettuce in beds, containers, or even a shallow tray on your kitchen counter. Succession plant every 2 weeks, and you will never buy bagged salad mix again. Another incredible fast grower that deserves a spot on this list is number 6, garden cress. This is one of the fastest edible greens on the planet. Scatter seeds densely on moist soil or even a damp paper towel, and you will see germination in just 2 to 3 days. Harvest the sprouts with scissors when they are 2 to 3 inches tall, which takes only 10 to 14 days. That is a harvest. In under 2 weeks, garden cress has a bright, peppery flavor similar to watercress and is fantastic on sandwiches, in salads, and as a garnish. It grows in just about any condition and any USDA zone during the cool months. You do not even need a garden. A shallow tray on a countertop with moist paper towel or a thin layer of soil is all you need. Curly cress and broadleaf cress are the 2 main types, and both grow at lightning speed. You can plant a new tray every week for a continuous rotation of fresh greens. If you have kids or grandkids, this is a wonderful project to do together because the results are so fast and so visible that it gets everyone excited about growing food. The 7th vegetable on our list is mustard greens, and these spicy, flavorful leaves are seriously fast. Sow seeds directly about a 1/4 inch deep, and you can start harvesting baby mustard greens in as little as 20 to 25 days. The flavor ranges from mildly tangy to fiery depending on the variety. Mizuna is technically a Japanese mustard with feathery, mild leaves. Red Giant has gorgeous purple-red leaves with a bold, spicy kick. Tendergreen is a smooth leaf variety with a milder mustard flavor that is great for stir-fries and braising. Mustard greens thrive in USDA zones 2 through 11 and prefer cooler weather, though they tolerate heat better than many other fast-growing greens. They grow quickly in partial shade or full sun, are not fussy about soil, and handle light frost. Like most greens on this list, mustard is a cut and come-again crop. Harvest outer leaves, and the center keeps producing. One planting can give you multiple harvests over several weeks, stretching that one packet of seeds a long way. Coming in at number 8, we have Tatsoy, and this is a beautiful Asian green that more people need to know about. Tatsoy forms a gorgeous rosette of small, round, dark green spoon-shaped leaves that are tender, mild, and slightly sweet. Direct sow seeds about a 1/4 inch deep, and baby Tatsoy leaves are ready to harvest in about 21 to 25 days. It grows in USDA zones 2 through 11 and is remarkably cold hardy, handling frost and even light snow without flinching. In fact, Tatsoy is one of the last greens standing in the fall garden. It thrives in partial shade, which makes it a fantastic option for those less sunny spots in your yard. Grow it in garden beds, containers, or even in the gaps between larger plants. The mild flavor works raw in salads, lightly sautéed, or added to soups right at the end of cooking. Zucchini Savoy is a widely available variety that performs beautifully. Tatsoy is incredibly low maintenance, needs consistent moisture and not much else, and gives you a reliable harvest when you need it fast. The ninth fast-growing vegetable is baby kale. And before you roll your eyes, hear me out. Mature kale takes 2 to 3 months, but baby kale leaves are ready to harvest in about 25 to 30 days. And baby kale is actually more tender and sweeter than the full-size stuff, making it perfect for fresh salads and smoothies without that tough, chewy texture some people dislike. Sow seeds about 1/4 inch deep, space them 1 inch apart, and start snipping baby leaves when they are 3 to 4 inches tall. Red Russian kale is one of the fastest to reach baby leaf stage with beautiful purple-tinged, tender leaves. Dwarf blue-curled Scotch is another fast option. Kale is incredibly cold-hardy, thriving in USDA zones 2 through 9, and a light frost actually sweetens the flavor. It handles partial shade, grows in most soil types, and is extremely forgiving of neglect. Planted in early spring or late summer, cut the outer leaves, and the plant continues to produce. Baby kale is one of those crops that gives you a premium salad green for the cost of a seed packet and about 25 days of patience. Number 10 is baby bok choy, and this one is both fast and incredibly versatile in the kitchen. Direct sow seeds about 1/4 inch deep, thin seedlings to about 4 inches apart, and you can start harvesting baby bok choy in about 21 to 30 days depending on the variety. Shanghai baby bok choy is one of the fastest, forming adorable miniature heads with crisp, pale green stems and tender dark leaves. Mâché choy is another outstanding fast-maturing variety. Bok choy grows in USDA zones 2 through 11 and prefers cooler temperatures between 50 and 70 degrees Fahrenheit. It handles partial shade well and is a great choice for garden spots that do not get full sun. Keep the soil consistently moist, and it will grow rapidly. Baby bok choy is perfect for stir-fries, grilled or roasted as a side dish, or sliced raw into salads. The flavor is mild, slightly sweet, and crisp. One of the best things about growing baby bok choy is the density of planting. Because you are harvesting small, you can fit a lot more plants into a tight space than you could with full-sized varieties. The 11th fast veggie on our countdown is turnip greens. And while turnip roots take about 50 to 60 days, the greens are ready to harvest in just 20 to 25 days. Sow seeds directly about 1/2 inch deep, and once the leaves are 4 to 6 inches tall, start cutting. Turnip greens have a mild, slightly peppery flavor that is delicious. You get double value from turnips because you can harvest the greens early and still let the roots develop for a later harvest. It is one of the most efficient uses of garden space you can find. Coming in at number 12, we have Mizuna, and this Japanese green is an absolute gem for fast harvests. Mizuna has delicate, deeply serrated leaves with a mild, slightly peppery flavor that is less intense than arugula, but just as interesting. Direct sow seeds about 1/4 inch deep, and baby leaves are ready to cut in about 21 days. It is one of those greens that looks beautiful on the plate and grows effortlessly in the garden. Mizuna thrives in USDA zones 4 through 9, handles both cool and mildly warm weather, and does well in partial shade. It rarely bolts as quickly as other greens, which gives you a longer harvest window. Early Mizuna is a widely available variety that lives up to its name. Grow it in garden beds, containers, or interplanted between slower-growing crops. As a cut and come-again green, you can harvest multiple times from one planting, stretching your harvest over several weeks. Mizuna is popular in mesclun salad mixes at the grocery store, and growing your own means fresher, crispier leaves for a fraction of the cost. The 13th vegetable on our list is microgreens from pea shoots, and this method is a total game changer. Buy a bag of dried whole peas from the grocery store, not split peas, but whole dried peas. Soak them overnight, then spread them densely on a tray of moist potting mix about an inch deep. Press them lightly into the surface, mist daily, and keep the tray in a bright spot. Within 7 to 14 days, you will have a thick carpet of tender, sweet pea shoots ready to harvest with scissors. Pea shoot microgreens taste sweet, fresh, and crisp, like the essence of spring in every bite. They are packed with vitamins and make an incredible salad, sandwich topping, or stir-fry addition. You do not need a garden, a grow light, or any special equipment. A shallow tray on a kitchen counter works perfectly. After harvesting, many pea shoots will push out a second flush of growth, giving you 2 harvests from one planting. A $1 bag of dried peas can produce several trays of microgreens, making this one of the most cost-effective, fast-growing crops you can grow. Number 14 is baby cilantro. And if you love cilantro, this is the way to get it fast. Direct sow seeds about a 1/4 inch deep, and baby cilantro leaves are ready to snip in about 21 to 28 days. The flavor of freshly cut baby cilantro is brighter and more complex than anything you will find in a grocery store clamshell. Calypso and Santo are slow bolt varieties that give you a longer harvest window before the plant goes to seed. Cilantro prefers cooler temperatures and grows best in USDA zones 3 through 11 during spring and fall. In warmer zones, grow it through winter. It likes partial shade in hot weather and full sun in cool weather. The trick with cilantro is succession planting. Start a new batch every 2 to 3 weeks so you always have fresh leaves coming along. And when cilantro does eventually bolt and produce seeds, those seeds are coriander, a wonderful spice for your kitchen. So even when it bolts, you win. The 15th fast grower is baby beet greens, and these are one of the most nutritious fast crops you can add to your garden. Sow beet seeds directly about 1/2 inch deep, and the greens are ready to harvest as baby leaves in about 21 to 25 days, well before the roots have developed. You do not have to sacrifice the root harvest either. Just thin your beet seedlings by snipping the greens of the extras at soil level. Those thinnings are your baby beet greens harvest. The leaves are beautiful with deep red veins and a mild, earthy flavor that works raw in salads or lightly cooked. Detroit Dark Red and Bull's Blood are excellent varieties for greens production, with Bull's Blood producing particularly stunning deep burgundy leaves. Beets grow in USDA zones 2 through 10 and prefer cool weather. They handle partial shade and are not fussy about soil. Growing beets specifically for baby greens is a smart strategy because you can plant them more densely than you would for root production, squeezing more food out of a small space. Number 16 is Mâché, also known as corn salad. And this delicate, nutty green is one of the best-kept secrets in fast-growing vegetables, a variety that produces plump, dark green rosettes reliably. Mâché does not bolt as quickly as lettuce or spinach, giving you a more relaxed harvest window. It grows beautifully in containers and raised beds and requires very little attention beyond consistent moisture. If you are tired of the same old salad greens, Mâché will Kohlrabi greens. And while the bulb takes 6 to 8 weeks, the greens are harvestable in about 25 to 30 days. Sow seeds directly about a 1/4 inch deep and start picking outer leaves once they are 4 to 5 inches long. Kohlrabi greens are tender, mild, and taste similar to a cross between cabbage and broccoli leaves. They are excellent sautéed, steamed, or chopped into stir-fries. Early white Vienna and purple Vienna are fast-maturing varieties with great leaf production. Kohlrabi thrives in USDA zones 3 through 9 and prefers cool weather and full sun. It is a member of the Brassica family, so it is naturally vigorous and pest-resistant. Like turnips, growing Kohlrabi gives you a 2-stage harvest. Cut the greens early, then let the bulbs develop for a later harvest. It is efficient, productive, and much faster than most people expect. Coming in at number 18, and this is the one I mentioned at the start, is Claytonia, also known as miner's lettuce. This is a wild, edible native to Western North America that grows incredibly fast and has a wonderfully mild, succulent flavor. Sow seeds on the surface of moist soil, press lightly, and baby leaves are ready to harvest in about 20 to 25 days. Claytonia forms adorable round leaves on thin stems that are tender, juicy, and slightly sweet. It thrives in USDA zones 3 through 9 and actually prefers cool, shady conditions, making it perfect for spots in your garden where nothing else wants to grow. It handles frost without any issue and often self-seeds, coming back year after year without you replanting. Claytonia is virtually disease and pest-free, needs no fertilizer, and asks for nothing but a little moisture. Gold miners during the California gold rush ate it to prevent scurvy, which is how it got its common name. This unassuming little green is loaded with vitamin C and makes a beautiful addition to salads. If you are looking for something truly unique and effortless, Claytonia is it. The 19th fast vegetable is sorrel, and this lemony, tangy green is one of the most underrated crops you can grow. Sow seeds about 1/4 inch deep, and baby sorrel leaves are ready to pick in about 25 to 30 days. The flavor is bright, citrusy, and completely unique among salad greens. It adds a wonderful zing to salads, soups, and sauces. Garden sorrel and red-veined sorrel are the two main types. Red-veined sorrel is especially gorgeous with deep green leaves laced with crimson veins. Sorrel grows as a perennial in USDA zones 3 through 9, which means once you plant it, it comes back year after year. It thrives in partial shade, tolerates poor soil, and needs minimal watering once established. For your first fast harvest, you grow it as an annual and cut baby leaves. After that, it becomes a permanent fixture in your garden, pushing out fresh leaves every spring without you lifting a finger. That is about as low effort as a harvest gets. The 20th and final fast-growing vegetable on our list is chervil. And this elegant French herb is a beautiful way to round out this countdown. Chervil has delicate, lacy leaves with a subtle anise flavor that is wonderful in salads, omelets, and as a finishing herb on soups and fish. Sow seeds directly on the surface of moist soil, as they need light to germinate, and baby chervil leaves are ready to snip in about 25 to 30 days. Chervil grows in USDA zones 3 through 7 and actually prefers cool, partially shaded conditions, which makes it an ideal crop for early spring, fall, and those shady garden spots that are otherwise unproductive. It does not handle heat well, so avoid summer planting in warm climates. Brussels winter is a reliable variety that is widely available. Chervil self-seeds readily, so once you get a patch established, it tends to keep itself going season after season. It is one of the classic French fines herbs, along with parsley, tarragon, and chives, and growing your own puts you in genuinely gourmet territory for the cost of a seed packet and less than a month of patience. All right, now here is a bonus tip that is going to change the game for you. If you want to shave days off the germination time for all 20 of these vegetables, try pre-soaking your seeds before planting. Fill a small jar with room temperature water, drop your seeds in, and let them soak for 8 to 12 hours, or overnight. This softens the seed coat and jumpstarts the germination process so that when you plant them in soil, they are already primed and ready to go. For tiny seeds like lettuce and arugula, soak them on a damp paper towel instead of submerging them. Pre-soaking can cut germination time by 2 to 4 days, which means you reach harvestable size that much sooner. When every day counts and you are chasing that 30-day mark, a 2 to 4 day head start is a serious advantage. Combine pre-soaking with warm soil, consistent moisture, and good light, and you will be amazed at how fast your seeds pop up and start growing. Thanks for sticking around to the end. If this video helped you out, smash that like button and subscribe if you have not already. I put out new gardening videos every week, and I would love to have you back. Now get out there and grow something amazing.